Good morning, warrior queens. Today, let's talk about 7 types of fear and what it's telling to tell us. Number one, the fear of loss. How many times have we felt or feared that we are not going to survive without someone? We are so afraid that we're going to lose people in our lives. And the bad thing about it is then we are lowering our boundaries and we are letting people walk all over us because we are so afraid to lose them. But it also teaches us to let go, letting go of people. If they want to go, let them go. I know Kevin Hart said in one of his TikToks, yes, I'm a TikTok fan, let them go. If someone wants to leave you, let them go. And that was something that I had to learn. I had to learn how to let people go in my life. I was hanging on to them because I was so afraid that a part of me would be lost without them, that I would lose myself without them. I was, like I said, I was seeking my validation in someone else's opinion. I was a people's pleaser. I didn't have any boundaries because I was so afraid that I would lose people in my life. The second one is the fear of failure. The fear of failure. For such a long time, I feared to fail. I was like, oh, there's something wrong with me because I just can't get anything right. I am failure. I can't. My success stories is just I'm failing, failing. Until I decided, you know what? I need to fail because if I don't fail, how on earth am I going to learn how to grow? If I don't make mistakes, how am I supposed to learn out of it? So these days I'm actually inviting fear and failure into my life. I'm like, okay, let the failures first. Let's quickly let the failure just come in. Let them show me what I have to do so that I can just move on. And then the fear of rejection. How many times did you feel rejected? How many times did you were you seeking acceptance in someone else's life? You you want them, you want to feel accepted. You want to be in a place where you belong. But when that fear of rejection comes in, you are seeking ways and seeking for places to see where am I going to get rejected. There is something wrong with you. That's something that we always tell ourselves. There is something wrong with us. And how are we going to overcome this fear of rejection? But when you are starting to love yourself and you set yourself up for success, you know your worth. You know that some things is gonna happen. Not everyone is gonna like me, and that's okay. That's okay if not everyone is gonna like me. But for such a long time, I was just like a people's pleaser. I was just like the fear of acceptance. What must I do to get accepted? What must I do? Do I need to push my boundaries down to be accepted um in this world? Because I was so afraid to get rejected because it really hurts when you are getting rejected, especially if you know that you've done everything that you could. But on this healing journey and this growing journey and this thriving journey, I'm really learning you how to be okay with the rejection. The rejection is okay. Let them go. The fear of loss, if you're afraid to lose people. The fear of failure, using that as stepping stones to move forward in your business, in your life, in your healing journey. The fear of rejection, how to encourage ourselves to just go on. Some people are meant to stay in our lives for a season and others is there for a reason. Sometimes they are teaching us the things that we need to learn. The fourth one, oh, I've already been through three. The fourth one is the fear of the unknown. Oh my word. Let me stop here for a moment. The fear of the unknown. So all of you know that we've moved to Australia 4 years ago, and that was another stress on its own. You know, to leave your country, your family, and everything there in South Africa, your roots in South Africa, and to move across the world, um, just to be that fear of not knowing what to expect. I always make a joke of they always warned us about the snakes and about the spiders in Australia, but no one said about anything about the flies. No one, no one warned us about the flies. And yes, there is flies in South Africa also, but not so annoying than these flies. I don't know if it's because of the different cultures that the fly doesn't know the language. I don't know, but these flies, oh my word, they are just they are really something else. Um, and the other thing was for us, or for me, was the fear of leaving my 16-year-old vulnerable child at the airport and not knowing who I was. I really didn't know who I was. I was struggling to know who am Marika, who am I, who am I, who am I without the labels. So the fear of the unknown was something that was really moving to another country, making sure everything was correct and right, the flies. And then the next one, the fifth one, is the fear of pain. The fear of pain about we've been hurt. You are here because you have been hurt in your life. And you know pain, you know loss, you know grief, you know pain. But it is also important for us to know that the fear of pain is going to stop us, because if we are fearing that we are going to get hurt again, then we are not living. Then we are really not living, because life is going to throw their punches. Oh my word, it's going to throw their punches. But if we can embrace it, and if we can build up resilience, and I'm not saying, yeah, we must be a punching bag for pain and all of these things, but it does learn us how to take care of ourselves when we are in pain. It's getting the resources. It's teaching us these 7 types of fear is there for a reason, and we can make with it whatever we want to. We can just go and say, I'm afraid to let someone go. I'm gonna stick with them even though my boundaries are getting hurt or pushed. Even though I am losing myself in this relationship or environment. Even if I'm fearing the fear of failure, I can say, I'm not, you know what, there's something wrong with me. I don't know what I've done, but there's something wrong with me. And you stay stuck in that moment of, oh, I'm so afraid to lose someone. I'm so afraid of failure. I'm so afraid of rejection. I'm so afraid of the unknown. Then you're gonna stay stuck in your life. You are really gonna stay stuck. For 30 years, I was stuck. I was all of these things. The fear of pain, the fear of getting hurt again. Because then we build up some walls because we are so afraid that someone would hurt us again. And we can stay in that mode for the rest of our lives. Some of us are, I've been there for 30 years. I had that wall around me. Then the next one is the fear of success. Oh, I was feeling so guilty when I started my healing, growing, thriving journey, outgoing core journey. I was feeling so guilty. I was feeling so sad because I am achieving things in my life that some of my family members couldn't do. Some of them still are stuck in a place that I've been 4 years ago. But at that stage, I was so feeling guilty of success that I was jeopardizing myself. I was self-sabotaging myself because I was so afraid that I was going to do more or become more than someone else. But then I realized, you know what, Marika? You are putting in the hard work. You are reading all of these books. You are doing courses. You are waking up each morning at 3:30. You are going to sleep. You're going to bed late. You are joining workshops all around the world to improve yourself. You are breaking cycles. And then I made that switch in my life. You know what? I don't need to feel bad. I don't need to self-sabotage my success because of how other people might feel. Yes, we must we must be kind to everyone around us. We must, because everyone sees the world in their own eyes and their own healing journey. But for some people, I'm at that point in my life that you are either growing with me and healing with me, or you are going to stay there for a moment. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to do my journey, and I will come back for you. And if you're still staying stuck in the same place, I don't know what else I can do, because I've showed you that if I could do it, so can you. Um, but I will never give up. I will never give up on you. Because I see the worth in you. I see your worth, your value. I really see it in each one of you who is going through some things. I really see it. I know Princess Diana was I was her biggest fan. I was a 7-year-old girl, not going through a lot of things, and she was always this moral model for me. She was the one that I was looking up to. She was the one that I always said that I want to be like her. The giving word. She was giving. She was always, she was just such an example, loving. I don't know, I just resonated with her. And when she passed away, oh, it broke my heart. It really broke my heart, because she was one of my mentors. And one day I said, I'm going to be like her, a princess, um, being confident and just giving and caring. And I'm at that stage in my life. I'm really at that stage. But it took it really took hard work to become this way. I had to offer up so many things. But it is worth it. It's really worth it. Then the last one is fear of being alone. How many times have you been alone with your thoughts and you were like, oh, I don't want to be alone, and then you start to just get out there. You are grabbing Coke or cool drink or coffee or cigarette or alcohol or extreme things, because you are so afraid to be alone. You are so afraid of the voices inside of your head. Um, for a long time, I didn't want to be alone. I was like just seeking, I wanted to talk all day. I wanted to not think. But these days, I must say, I do like to be alone in my own mind, um, and just be alone, to be with myself, because for such a long time I put everyone around me up. I put everyone's priorities and lives before my own, because I was afraid of losing someone. I was afraid that I'm gonna fail. I was afraid of rejection. I was afraid of the unknown. I was afraid of the pain. I was afraid of the success, and I was afraid of being alone. But now on this healing journey, I want to really say that it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. These 7 fears, you might be facing them, but you can overcome them. Core is all about courage to grow. Overcome your fears. Take responsibility for your actions and enjoy everything that comes your way. And we are at this stage where we are gonna overcome these fears. We have the courage. My whole program is all about the courage to grow, where we get the confidence, where we are learning the skills to be confident in our own skills, overcome our fears. This is where we are ripping off these limiting beliefs that people have bluntly put on us. The fear of rejection, the fear of loss, all of these things that are stopping us from moving forward. I did a thing. I was like, I did a thing. I signed myself up for a nomination of Business Awards night. 4 years ago, I would have laughed at you for saying, I don't think you are not enough. You are gonna fail or anything like. But when I did it, I was like, oh, I'm so afraid of doing it because I'm afraid that I'm not gonna win anything or I'm gonna fail. And I was like, you know what? Just do it. And I did it. Um, and I'm excited because even though this is not about me, for me it was thinking about all the silent voices out there who don't have a voice yet, for all the women out there who is struggling, who is going through things that doesn't have a voice. I'm doing it for you. I am going out there, getting uncomfortable, going to the Gold Coast. I'm going to go there, and if I win something, that's okay. But if I'm not winning it, that's also okay. At least I did it. I was standing up for something good. Um, because Let's Go Core is all about helping other women reclaim their crowns, find their voice so that they can heal, grow, and thrive, share their stories, and become women in business, building their empires, breaking generational curses, heal their trauma. This is what Let's Go Core is all about. If you haven't already, go and join my Let's Go Core community group. We have weekly book club workshops. There's coming once a month master classes. I'm busy organizing my summit, which is gonna be amazing. I've got two amazing speakers. I did last year a 24-day summit, but that was way too long. So today I'm just gonna do a 3-day summit. But yeah, put in the comments if something resonated with you. I'm always trying to make these YouTube videos short and sweet. But yeah, let me know, and I hope you're all having a fabulous day. Remember, you are worth it, you are important, you are valuable, and you've got this, queen. You've got this. Stay tuned for next week. Next week we are gonna talk about responsibility. We are gonna go through that. And then after that, 2 weeks after that, we are going to talk about enjoying life, enjoying the things after going core. So yes, have a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you again. Bye.